So in our previous video, we looked at how to use Excel to plot the Gibbs diagram, okay. And I said in the next one we're going to look at how to use Origin Pro to also plot the Gibbs diagram. This is how the Gibbs look like. And I believe, as I said earlier, if before you search for how to use Gibbs, I believe you've already seen some before and you are working on the data that you need to plot it. Okay, so this is how the Gibbs diagram look like. So we are going to look at how to use Origin Pro to plot this Gibbs. I have already made a video on how to use Excel to do it. If you don't want to use Excel and you have Origin already installed in your on your laptop or something, you can just use it to also do it. It's also as simple as Excel, but Origin is a little bit easier than Excel. Okay, so let's just begin with that. And but before we begin with the Excel, with the Origin, if you don't have it, just go to your web browser and search for Origin Pro 2025 and the link will come for you to download. Okay, in fact, if you're a student, they will ask you to log in with your student credentials. When you are done, they are going to give you, it seems, a free period of about 6 or something months to use it for free. And I believe that duration will be much better, or will be enough for you to use it for your, if you are working on your data, you can use it to do that. Okay, or better still, if you want to install it too, I made a video on how to install softwares from Get Into PC website, so you can also watch that video out and look at how to install Origin from Get Into PC. So let's just get started work. Let's just start working. Okay, so begin, open the app. Okay, so over here, when you open the Origin Pro, this is how the interface look like. So we have a book here already for us, so we need to bring in our data. Okay, so what we will do is you right click here, then you insert, because we need 3 columns. Okay, so let's go back to our data. I have my data here in my Excel, so let's go there and pick our data. Okay, so for you to plug gaps, you need this. I don't need to explain these things, but let me say something small, because before you search for this video, you should already have this particular ones. If you don't have it, just do it. So for the cations, you are going to do sodium divided by sodium plus cation. Then the anions, are going to do chlorine, or the chloride divided by chlorine plus hydrocarbonate. Okay, so let me just look at the formula. You can see sodium, let me scroll to sodium for you. This is sodium divided by cation plus what, you see that thing. So that's the equation, and it gives you, you enter the equation, it gives you the answer. Okay, so let me just skip it. All right, so we are going to copy these ones. Let me copy it professional way. You just click at one side of it, you hold shift, then you click here and select everything for you, then you copy, then you take it back to the Origin Pro app. Okay, so over here to, you just select all the 3 columns like this, then you paste, Ctrl plus V, everything will come. Okay, when you are done, you will need a template. Okay, you need a template that's going to serve as a guide for you to know how to draw it. Okay, so I recommend that you go to your web browser and search for Gibbs diagram template to get some. Okay, but for me, I have some already. So over here, what you are going to do is, either when you have it, either you just come to data, sorry, you come to tools, you go to tools, digitizer, then it will allow you to upload an image. Okay, so you go, and where you have that particular image, this gives, let me see, this for a single one. Okay, but for the double one should be this is a double one. So let me pick the single one for the meantime, because when you are plotting, you do for single one before you do for the other one. Sorry, so let me just take these lines out. These are just digitizing some lines, we don't need them in our this one, so I'm just taking them away. If in another video we need them, I'll show you, I'll talk about it, what they are being used for. Okay, but for now we don't need them. Okay, so when you are done, just clear this one. We are not using this one at all. It's just serving as a guide for us. Okay, so let it be here. Oh, it should be big enough for us. It's too small. Okay, good. Okay, so you can see that the TDS, this is our TDS column, right? The TDS is on the y axis. Okay, so we have to name this particular axis as y. So click here, you just click on it, then you select y. Okay, and we have our cations and anions on the x axis. Okay, this is x axis, so you select x axis for it as x. Okay, and this one too will be another x. It will name itself as x2. Okay, so now we plot one before we plot the other one. So we are going to plot for the cations before we plot do for the anions. Okay, so you select these two data like this, then you come to plot. Because I've used it, that's why they are showing that I should use a scatter plot. But if you've not used it before, here will be blank. Okay, so you have to come to 2D, then you see scatter here and you select it. It's going to plot something like this for you. Okay, this is where we need our guide image very well. Okay, so the guide image is going to serve as a guide for you to know what to do. So we have our TDS here, have our sodium here, or our cations here, but you can see that over here on the TDS as it's in a log form. The scale is a log. Okay, so just right click on it to change the scale to a logarithm format. Okay, so you can see a scale here, click on it, change from linear to scale, log, then it begins from 1 to 10,000, right? Okay, apply, then enter. On the y-axis, on the x-axis, we have from 0.2 to 1, and that's the same thing here, so we don't have to change anything. So the next thing is, maybe if you don't like the color, you can click on it and change it. Over here you can change the symbol, pick any of that, anyway, like any one of your choice. So I'll go for this. I'll go for this one. Then I'll change the color to from black to maybe any color at all that I want. You can choose your color, then you close this like this, you apply, and you okay it. Okay, so when you are done, you don't need this one, so you click on it and delete it. So looking at your guide image here, set your image to be in the same standard as this one. Okay, so to do so, just click here, double click on here and deselect the keep aspect ratio, then enter 6:8, apply, then okay. So when you are done, you are going to use the draw lines here, this particular one, you click on it. But before that, look at your image here, your guide image that you had. You could see that it's starting from right from the 100, we have 1, 2, 3. On the third point, that's where we have our the line starting from. So you count this to 100, 1, 2. On the third one, that's where the line is starting from. So you put your arrow there and you drag. Okay, just be looking at your image and look at how it look like, so that you can also do the same. After that, we don't need the head to be like this, it has to be in a line form, so you deselect the head for it to look like this. Good. Then you come to the next one to select the same thing, look at where the thing is starting from. Okay, because this is, I want it to be very short, so just be watching carefully as how I am doing the thing, then you also do it in a similar way. We don't need the head again, so you just deselect the head. This is there for tutorial, so I'm not really doing the actual correct thing, but when you are doing, you have to do the nice job. Okay, so you click on the line and you change the line type to, just click on the line and change it from a solid line to dashes. Okay, then you can change the width also to 1.5. you apply, then you okay it. Same thing here, you change from 0.5 to 1.5, then dashes. Good. Over here to same thing, just be doing it 1.5, then dashes. No, not the color. No. 1.5, then where has the dashes gone to? Let me just double click it and do the right thing. So just double click it and change from solid to dashes. Apply and okay. Okay, so with the labeling tool, you can just click on add text and add text, the text, and you just put it here. This was seawater. Enter, then you change the font size from maybe say 14 to 16, that will be bigger. Then you change from any other to Time New Roman. Enter. Just put it where you want to put it. Then you bring in the arrows within it. So also this marking from this side to here. Good. And also from this side to that end also. In fact, if you are doing, you have to take your time so you can do a very nice job. Good. So you can just be labeling it as in how you want it. Okay, so in some film, let me just do it. Some few minutes. Evaporation. No, I won't be labeling anything. So with the font sizes too, you can just be clicking on them and be updating it. Click here, change from 9 to at least 12 or something visible to you. You can drag to position it, reposition it to wherever you want it. This one to from 8.5 to let's say 14 or 16, then you can drag it to where you want it to be. For these ones, you can do same to them also. From 8 to at least 11 is too small. 12, then you can even bold it. Sure. Over here to from 8 to 12, you can bold it. Sure. Just try play around it so the thing will be nice for you. 16, you can just put it back. Good. So this for the cations. We are done for just one part. When you are done, just right click on it. But you have to keep in mind the size that you use over here. We use 6:8. So just keep in mind this particular thing. You will need it. Right click and export graph. I'm giving it a name. This gives. So let me say gives 11111. Okay. So I've already selected the location where it should be. Let me just change it to a new location. It should be on a desktop. Setups over here. Okay. So preview. Let me see how it look like. So this is how it's going to look like. Okay. So you have to take your time and do all the labeling. Just take your time and do all the labeling. If you need an explanation to these particular diagrams too, you can just ask and I'll do that for you as well. Okay. So let's close the preview and you can save it. Okay, then it will be saved. Okay, so let's quickly do for the cations also. For the anion, sorry, delete, I don't need it. So for the anions, we are going to plot for TDS against the anions. So you select control, then you select the other one as well. Then you go to plot, scatter plot. Good. Format your ASICs. Go to scale, change it from linear to log, then starting from 1 to 10,000. Enter. Okay, over here to 0 to 8, the one is not showing, so you should start from scale linear, starting from 0 to 0.00 to 1, and value should be 0.2. Apply, then okay. Once again, you try to adjust it to fit as the image that you uploaded initially. So okay, so let's just use the scale that we used, 6:8. So deselect this, enter 6:8, apply, then okay. Good. Alright, so once again, you are just going to use your lines over here to just do the same thing, as in just count 1 2 3. On the third one you plot. So you are just going to repeat the same thing that we did for the cations over here, then you are good to go. So I won't be doing this one, and I'm not going to do it with you. Just do it as in how we did it for the cations. So something like this. Okay, when you are done, you do the labelings and other stuff, and that will be all. So we are going to get two different images. Let me go and show you how it looks like in my gallery. So we are going to get I have Gibbs one like this and Gibbs one like this. So we are going to get two images just like this one. So this, so you are going to get image like this and that. When you are done, then you bind them to get this, then you can use for whatever you are using it for. Thank you, bye bye, see you in the next video.